Watch it guys, Linux wants to be like Windows. The new Winux operating system, Windows theme over Linux, no hardware limitations, no absurd requirements, and inspired by Windows 10 and Windows 11. Winux is fast and secure as a Linux-based operating system should be. So this is an open source project. It's basically based on Windows 11 and it has a lot of themes, extensions, styles and icons from Windows 11 embedded into this operating system. Before we continue, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 11 Pro OEM keys, then check out their New Year sale on their website. You can use the links in the video description. Click on the Buy Now button. Once you've set up your account, you can use my promo code to get 30% discount on all of your purchases on CD Key Sales. CD Key Sales have a variety of Windows keys and Office keys and gaming keys. So depending what you're looking for, CD Key Sales should have it all. Once you get your key, you can go over to the Activation Center, paste in your key, click Next, and click Activate to activate your version of Windows. So let's get back to the review of Winux. What do I think of it? Well, it's a complete rip-off of Windows 11. They've basically copied all these themes, extensions, styles, and icons using the KD Plasma 5 desktop environment. This is how they've managed to get what you're looking at here. I'm not sure if this is a paid product. I think it is because they want you to activate. So for as far as I can see there is an activation and it just looks like Windows as well. All of this looks very similar to Windows 11 and I'm not sure of the legal side of this particular distro, if I'm honest. And this is not the first time some Linux creator has created an abomination like this, because let's face it, it's not Windows 11. It's basically Linux with an overcoat on for Windows 11. So you can change all the themes and customize it just as you would in Windows 11. They've ripped off all the wallpapers and all the icons, and they've basically got a working Microsoft Edge on here as well, and Copilot works on here. They've also got the boot up sequence, which I'm not going to bother showing. It's basically ripped off from Windows 11. It looks exactly like Windows 11, but it is running off the KD Plasma 5 desktop environment. So should you use something like this operating system? Probably not, if I'm honest, because let's face it, Linux has plenty of other options available other than something like this, because in my personal opinion, if you really like Windows 11 that much and you're trying to capture the look of it, then just go and use Windows 11. You don't need to use Linux with an overcoat on to look like Windows 11. That's just ridiculous. It really is. And of course, there's lots of features on here that are sort of mimicking Windows 11, but it isn't Windows 11 because it's just a Linux operating system with some form of theming going on and icons and stuff like that. So in my personal experience with these types of things, they are money generated because they probably want you to buy a license to continue to use this. And at the end of the day, even if you was a Windows user and you come over to use something like this to get a familiar feel to Windows 11 on a Linux based operating system, it's not Windows, it's Linux. The operating system is completely different to Windows. And when you get problems, they're not going to be resolved in the same way as Windows would, because it's a Linux-based system and it will be completely different to repair if it goes wrong. This is just probably more things that can go wrong by adding all these extensions and themes and styling and stuff like that. I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. You choose whatever you want to do. Why someone would want to use this operating system, I don't know. If you're moving away from Windows 11 because of the telemetry or because of Copilot and because of Microsoft Edge, then why are they installing this sort of stuff on here anyway? Now, I'm pretty sure there's also going to be some legal issues with this operating system. I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, because at the end of the day, it is owned by Microsoft. Some of these icons and styling is owned, or the idea of it is owned by Microsoft. And if you're copying it, then there'll be some sort of copyright claim there that you are using the Microsoft Edge icon, and you're using the recycle bin icon that looks like Windows 11, and maybe some of the icons down here they're using, like the logo for Windows they've used as well, which could also get you into some form of trouble. They've copied the whole idea of Windows 11 and put it onto a Linux operating system, and I'm pretty sure if Microsoft wanted to, they could probably do something about that. And they've got bucket loads of money to throw at people like this, where this person probably hasn't got that much money to fight a case like that, and they would have to cease and desist what they're doing and probably pull it down. So the support for this might not last very long if that happens. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section, because I'm not 100% sure on whether they would have legal grounds to take this person to court over using some of their ideas and icons, because obviously they can create icons that look exactly like Microsoft's icons, but again, they probably are patented in law, so you probably can't use them. I do like this shutdown screen here as well. That should be nice if they implemented that in Windows 11. But again, if you want to use Windows 11, then this is Windows 11. It looks very, very similar. And of course, if you want to use, say, an operating system like this, you can use it. It's free to download and install on your system. It won't be activated unless you have a key, and you can get them from CD key sales. But again, on that Linux distribution, Winux, they have literally copied a lot of the ideas. Like this is on there as well, and that looks exactly the same. So they could obviously get into problems with that as well, because I'm pretty sure they have some form of copyright on a lot of this stuff, and you won't be able to, even though it's Linux. There has been times where people have been taken to court by Microsoft, and it has been Linux before that has gone to court over some things as well like that. So is it worth it? Probably not. You might as well just create your own Linux distribution yourself that looks like something totally different other than Windows. Now, there is plenty to choose from when it comes to Linux, because they have so much choice. And you can see right here, Zorin OS is probably right now one of my go-tos if I was recommending an operating system to give an old computer a new lease of life, or maybe a new computer. Maybe you don't want Windows and you want to use a different operating system, then Zorin OS is a great choice. And again, it's got its own identity. It's nothing to do with Windows whatsoever. It's Zorin OS, and it's based on Linux. So, and that's the way it should be. Linux Mint is another go-to because it is tried and trusted, and it's been around a long time, and it's supported as well. And it's good for gaming, good for multimedia, productivity, and graphic design, depending on what you want to do. Linux does have some good options available. Elementary OS is another one I recommend to people if they are coming over from Windows, or they just want to try something new. Then they do have good options available. So why you would use something like Winux, if that's how you pronounce it, I really don't know. Because personally, I think they already have plenty of choice. Some people say they have too much choice, and that's what hurts them. That debate can happen in the comments section. Pop! OS is another one I like to recommend to people, because I do believe that it's a decent OS for people that are coming over from Windows and to try something new. And there's plenty of other ones as well. Maybe some Linux users can leave some recommendations for people down in the comments section to help people choose the right OS for them when it comes to Linux. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members. I do appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the next video. Bye for now.